Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Seefour, and today we're going to be looking at Call of Duty World War II. Before that, I just want to let you guys know, gameplay-wise, it's probably my best game using the M1 Garand, which I'll probably make a separate video of livecom on why this is, I think, my best anti-sniper class. But other than that, guys, we're going to be talking about the game and what are my opinions on it so far. It's been a little bit over 2 weeks, and it's had a rough launch, let's be honest with ourselves. But furthermore, guys, let's just get on with this intro thing and let's go over these topics. Alrighty guys, so like I said, gameplay wise, it's going to be my best game using the M1 Garand. This was during the double XP weekend. The class I believe is like rapid fire, grip, quick draw, and the 4x scope with primed and infantry. Obviously that's how you get 4 attachments. But that's about it. I'm going to be talking about gameplay wise. Let's go ahead and talk about the actual game itself. Call of Duty World War II, the most hyped release ever, am I right? I mean, let's be honest with you, like, how many of you were like super hyped for it? I know I really wasn't that hyped for it. So let me explain, guys. So this was actually one of the first Call of Duties that I did not buy on release night. I bought it after release night. So it came out, I believe, on a Tuesday. I bought it that following Friday. So the weekend that it came out, I bought it. But I didn't buy it on release night. Just because I was so busy with Destiny 2 and stuff, grinding out the raid and stuff. So yeah, I kind of wasn't really too hyped about this year's Call of Duty because one of the big problems that I'm going to get to, and it's one of my thoughts that it was going to be, and it turned out to actually be true. But yeah, guys, so going ahead, picking it up, first weekend playing it, everything was cool. Everybody had double XP on and we didn't even know it because I guess Sledgehammer Games forgot to turn it off, quote unquote, or whatever, and it was double XP for everyone without knowing it. So that's awesome. I mean, they gave us just double XP for free, right? I mean, hey, who doesn't want that? Everyone was zooming in ranks. Freaking Korean was like the only solo player that was like high prestige. Everyone else was like taking ships and stuff on one account to try to get master prestige. Whatever. I never understood the point of that because you're gonna burn yourself out on the game so fast, and then you're gonna be saying there's no content in the game. Destiny. But yeah, I mean, the servers were good. Dedicated servers were actually pretty decent compared to all the other dedicated servers we've had in past years, where they felt, yeah, they felt better than peer-to-peer host, and there wasn't one person that had a straight-up advantage over everyone, but it was still not the best dedicated servers for things that I've been used to over these past months since pretty much doing PC only. And just in case you guys want to know, I did buy this for PS4 and not PC, and the reason being for that is because the community on PC, even though this is a hyped-ass release, like, this is going to be probably the Call of Duty that lasts longest on PC since like Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 1. It's still not going to last over there, unfortunately, and that really sucks. I don't know if you guys saw my PC beta highlights, but it was hype. We were going off. I was having tons and tons of fun on that, and then having to return back to console, I was kind of like, this is a little bit sucky, but I'll get used to it. You know, I'll get used to it. I'll just be a guy and just play the game. But yeah, just playing the game overall, having fun, not stressing out about anything, just using every single gun that I wanted to use. I didn't just stick to one gun or anything, which I think is one of the biggest problems, is that everybody just sticks to 1 or 2 guns because they are so dominant right now. And I'm not saying that we need to nerf these guns to the ground. No, I mean, leave them how they are, but bring some other guns up in that category to compete with them, please. I mean, that's one thing that developers don't think, they don't like think about, is that instead of bringing guns up to the level to match that one gun, they just bring that gun down and then something else takes its place. If you're able to have, let's say, 4 or 5 guns that are pretty much exactly the same and one that's a little bit worse, then hey, you're doing a good job. That's great balance. Whereas if you have 4 or 5 guns that are like the same and then one gun that just excels over them, as in the bar, you know, it's pretty apparent what people are gonna use and stuff like that, right? Like the M1 Garand is not technically a meta gun. It's a good gun, but it's not a meta gun. It technically does have a slower time to kill than most guns like the BAR or the PPSH or the Waffle up close, right? But yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I'm not sure how they're gonna be able to balance the PPSH. The Type 100, I feel like, needs a little bit of a look at as well. Most of the submachine guns, I feel like, need to have like restrictions on what attachments you can put with it. Because when you put some attachments together, it's game over, man. You basically have like you can just have a BAR on steroids with any SMG. It's nuts, guys. So gun balance needs to be improved on. The next thing, dedicated servers were thrown offline, and it made the game feel pretty much like AIDS. Now, according to the news and when this video goes out, the dedicated servers did get turned on this week that the video went out. However, me personally, I have not felt them be on. I've felt like the peer-to-peer host still. Maybe just because they've turned them on and they're still rolling out, but from what I've been playing, it still feels like it's on a peer-to-peer host, and I still feel like there's that one guy that like shouldn't kill you, but it does, right? Like, it's not like the tryhard player on their team or anything. It's just like Timmy No Thumbs that somehow gets host and is able to just like melt you because he sees you like 6 hours before you can see him because he's the host. So yeah, I still have those feelings in this game. Inconsistency is the biggest issue so far with the game. Like, everything is just not consistent. You can have one thing, like one time to kill, be super quick, the very next gunfight the exact same guy, everything, and you'll die to that like next time. Like, it's just so inconsistent, and they need to find a way to fix that. Maybe like boost the servers up a little if they can. If not, I guess whatever. But yeah, just like make it more consistent, guys. That's the best way to do things. If they can make the experience a little more consistent, it's gonna be great, because then everything will feel good. Like, that's the biggest problem, inconsistency with the game. And that's what's killing it, guys. That's what's killing it. I do want to talk about one more problem, so I'll leave an extra clip there for you guys that the M1 Garand game plays over. But the last thing I wanted to talk about, and that's always one thing that's been always I hated about Call of Duty, is that no matter what happens every freaking year, this is a problem, and that's the community behind the game. Let's take a look at, for example, the very first thing that everybody complained about, espionage. It's so game-breaking. It actually is, though, because you get a free Blackbird for your team if someone tags someone. If you're running a party of 6 with all espionage, you basically have a Blackbird up the entire time. They will not sneak up on you. They will not get double kills on you. They won't be able to do anything on you because espionage was so good. And what happened was, instead of the Call of Duty community saying, you know what, let's just not use it, let's just not use it, let's use other things, let's go ahead and improve ourselves as players and not rely on those crutch things. Is that what happened? No, obviously not. Everybody's still using espionage. Like, the majority of players are still using it. They're still abusing it. They're still trying to sit in corners at the same time. And the community thing goes back to, most of the community has not had a boots on the ground Call of Duty, and that's pretty sucky because of the fact that they don't know how to play it. So most likely they're playing a lot slower, and overall it makes the games feel a lot slower. Like, I'm rushing around in this B, and I'm barely finding like 20 people. I'm barely finding 20 people in the whole team deathmatch. So I mean, I could go around and win every single gunfight. By the end of the game, I'll have maybe 22 kills, because that's the amount of people that I have seen. So the fact that they changed it from 100 to 75, I'm thankful. Everyone that thinks it should go back to 100, I don't know what lobbies you're getting, but please don't. It will ruin the game even more. Just because the community does not know how to react to boots on the ground Call of Duty. The people that have played boots on the ground Call of Duty know how to work that and how to play that, but the people that haven't, which right now I feel like is the majority of the community, are just playing it a lot slower and a lot more boring, and that kind of kills the game. Like, it just makes team deathmatch feel so boring, and it's really hard as just kind of a solo player to go into any other game mode because of the fact that everyone will be in a party in the other game modes, because it's a lot faster to rank up that way. and it's the truth. Team Deathmatch is probably the slowest way to rank up, but it's probably one of the best for solo play. But other than that, guys, I do think it's this overall pretty fun game. They do need to fix out some things and move the balancing around on the guns a little bit more. But once they do that, I feel like they'll have a pretty solid title on their hands. Improve the servers a little bit more. I mean, that's really killing me right now. These servers are pretty bad. I'm getting like super bulleted more than any other Call of Duty in the game, and it's just crazy inconsistent. Other than that, guys, if you did enjoy the video, go ahead and leave a like on today's video, subscribe for some more content, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.